Welcome, deep divers. Settle in because today we're embarking on, well, a truly captivating journey.
Absolutely.
We're diving into a world where priceless art isn't just admired in hushed galleries, you know? It becomes a commodity in a really dangerous game.
A very dangerous game.
Yeah, played out in these shadowy corners of secret intelligence, organized crime, and even, kind of shockingly, within the very walls of the Vatican.
Right inside.
Our author has crafted this narrative that isn't just like a thrilling story. It's a profound exploration of how art, power, and hidden agendas intertwine, often right in plain sight.
And what the author masterfully unpacks here are these unexpected connections and these surprising inside jobs that lurk beneath the surface of seemingly legitimate institutions.
Inside jobs, yeah.
You'll find yourself, on the edge of your seat following this central mystery of a missing masterpiece and a web of deception that really does stretch right across Europe. What's remarkable is how the author manages to make even really dense topics just utterly captivating, blending sharp insights with enough twists and turns to keep you completely hooked.
Okay, let's begin this deep dive then. Our journey starts in the atmospheric canals of Venice, where a renowned art conservator, Gabriel, makes a truly grim discovery. He finds the partially decomposed body of a young woman floating in the murky waters of the Grand Canal.
Grim is the right word.
It's a shocking, really visceral opening, and it immediately sets the high stakes for everything that follows.
And what's immediately striking here is that this discovery, it isn't just some random incident. It's the catalyst, the thread that begins to unravel a much larger, far more sinister conspiracy.
Okay.
The young woman is identified as Penelope Radcliffe. She's a promising 27-year-old graduate student from London's prestigious Courtauld Institute, specializing in art conservation.
So an expert herself, in a way.
Yes, exactly. And the initial police investigation points to drowning, but the author makes it really clear there are undeniable signs of foul play.
Such as?
Her ankle was deliberately tied to something heavy. This isn't just a tragic accident, it's a calculated murder.
Wow. Okay. So Gabriel, this art conservator, he uses his extraordinary skills, abilities that the author kind of hints, were honed in a very different clandestine life.
Definitely hints of a past there.
He creates this remarkably precise forensic sketch of Penelope. And here's where it gets really chilling.
Yeah.
He recognizes her. He'd seen her just weeks earlier, sitting anxiously across from him at a Venetian cafe, Bar du Gale, waiting for someone.
No way. He actually saw her.
Yeah. The author even notes these distinctive details that stuck with Gabriel. A gap between her front teeth, flax-colored hair, a spray of freckles. It's this really chilling moment of recognition that immediately pulls Gabriel right into the heart of this mystery.
That completely changes things. So this immediately begs the question, who was Penelope in Venice to meet? And what put her in such grave danger?
Right.
We learned she was slated to meet Amelia March, a reporter from Art News magazine, at that same cafe, Bar du Gale.
Ah, a reporter.
Yes. And Penelope had hinted at a major discovery involving a painting and criminality, possibly theft or forgery, before she suddenly went radio silence.
Oh, boy.
The author strongly implies she was murdered just hours after leaving that cafe. Her discovery, whatever it was, clearly sealed her fate.
So what was this discovery? This chain of events brings us to a crucial pivot point, doesn't it? The plot thickens considerably when Gabriel learns that Penelope was doing an apprenticeship at the conservation lab at the Vatican Museums.
Vatican? Okay, now it's getting serious.
This is where the true aha moment happens, revealing the staggering scale of the deception. It truly highlights how institutional power, when it's unchecked, can become a conduit for illicit activities.
So if we look deeper into this, Penelope, while working on what seemed like a pretty unremarkable 18th century painting. It was called Madonna and Child with John the Baptist, a piece initially dismissed as just the work of a Raphael imitator.
Okay, so nothing special, supposedly.
Right. But she stumbled upon something extraordinary hidden beneath its surface.
Which was?
A lost portrait by none other than Leonardo da Vinci.
Get out! A Leonardo hidden!
Hidden. Underneath. The author meticulously details how she made this incredible find, using solvent and cotton wool to reveal a ghostly outline of an earlier version of Mary.
Wow.
And then employing infrared reflectography. Now, for those unfamiliar, infrared reflectography is this non-invasive technique. It lets art historians peer through layers of paint, uncovering hidden sketches or earlier compositions.
Like an X-ray for paintings.
Exactly. It's like an X-ray for art, and in this case, it revealed a multi-million-dollar secret. This isn't just a lucky find, you see. It's a meticulous scientific uncovering.
And it fundamentally changes everything. And who does she first entrust with this monumental discovery? Her boss, right?
Yes, Antonio Calvisi, the chief of painting conservation at the Vatican Museums. He, in turn, shared the news with Giorgio Montefiore, a renowned Leonardo expert from the Uffizi Gallery.
Okay, an outside expert. Seems logical.
It does, but Montefiore, the author reveals, initially dismissed the finding to Calvisi. Said it was not a Leonardo.
What? Why?
But secretly he believed it was. And he was aiming to acquire it for himself.
No. So this isn't just simple deception. It's a classic inside job scenario.
Right there.
Unfolding within the supposedly unassailable halls of the Vatican itself. It really makes you wonder how deep the corruption can run when such immense value is on the line.
And the author then pulls back the curtain even further, revealing Cardinal Bertolli, a high-ranking Vatican prelate right at the center of this conspiracy.
A cardinal involved.
Deeply. He was facing a severe financial crisis, apparently reeling from mismanagement and embezzlement of church funds, including a defaulted multi-million-euro loan for a London property on New Bond Street. Oof. Expensive mistake.
A very expensive mistake. The newly discovered Leonardo painting became his desperate solution, basically. A way to quickly get money to cover his tracks and, well, stave off ruin.
Wow.
It really shows how financial desperation can erode integrity even in the most unexpected places.
And this is precisely where the criminal underworld steps into the spotlight, isn't it?
It is. The author explains that Cardinal Bertolli conspired with Nico Ambrosi, a Milanese financial advisor, and Franco Tedeschi, the CFO of SBL Private Bank in Lugano.
A Swiss bank.
A Swiss bank, yes, but one secretly controlled by the Camorra.
The Camorra, the Italian organized crime network.
The very same. Powerful, ruthless. The Leonardo, this priceless work of art, effectively became collateral for Cardinal Bertolli's massive debts.
That's staggering, the intersection of sacred institutions and profane crime.
Yeah.
High art just debased into a tool for illicit finance.
Exactly. And the actual theft from the Vatican museums was orchestrated with the help of a security guard, Ottavio Pazzi, during a conveniently timed power failure.
Convenient indeed. The painting was then spirited out by a mysterious priest who, we later find out, was an imposter and hidden away.
And Montefiore, the expert who wanted it for himself.
Montefiore, initially part of the conspiracy, was later murdered. The author implies he either knew too much or had simply outlived his usefulness to the Camorra.
Brutal.
It's a stark reminder of the brutal efficiency of organized crime. Human life is easily expendable for profit or secrecy.
So the painting is gone, hidden by the Camorra, with a cardinal involved. How does Gabriel plan to get it back? The author then introduces his, well, audacious plan.
Audacious is the word.
He leverages his former espionage skills and gets help from some truly unlikely allies, including this brilliant Danish computer hacker, Ingrid Johansson.
Ah, the hacker. Always useful.
Right. His mission, create a perfect copy of the lost Leonardo and swap it for the real one.
A swap. With a forgery.
A perfect forgery. He brilliantly calls it the Sumato stratagem.
Sumato. Like Leonardo's technique.
Exactly. That soft, blended transition look. Because he intends to make the original disappear in the manner of smoke losing itself on the air.
That's clever. And incredibly risky.
It's a plan so bold, you have to wonder about the sheer confidence or maybe desperation required to even think of it, let alone try to pull it off.
And this setup leads to a series of incredibly thrilling events. We get a high-stakes bidding war for the Leonardo, which is, of course, Gabriel's copy.
Who's bidding?
Powerful oligarchs like Alexander Prokhorov. And then there's a daring mid-air exchange aboard a private jet.
Mid-air? Seriously?
Seriously. The author details how Ingrid, the hacker, disguised as a flight attendant, orchestrates the actual swap.
While the plane is flying.
While the plane is flying. Meanwhile, the staggering sum of money from the fake sale is rerouted to a Ukrainian bank, effectively denying the Camorra their ill-gotten gains.
Wow. That's a masterclass in misdirection. A real-life art heist turned completely on its head.
Absolutely. A brilliant stratagem.
So what does this all mean? The scam worked spectacularly, but the consequences must be huge, far-reaching.
Well, they are. The Camorra loses $500 million.
$500 million.
Which leads to a massive crackdown. Arrests of key figures like Tedeschi, the banker, and Ambrosi, the advisor. The author describes the SBL private bank just collapsing.
And Montefiore's death.
Directly connected to the art theft and the criminal organization in the fallout. It's a powerful illustration of the ripple effect of such a grand deception.
And inside the Vatican, what happens to Cardinal Bertolli?
He's exposed in a truly dramatic fashion. The author depicts this tense, gripping confrontation between Bertolli and Pope Donati. Gabriel presents the damning evidence financial fraud, links to the Camorra.
The Pope finds out everything.
Everything. Bertolli is swiftly dismissed, stripped of his lavish apartment, his privileges, gone. A major victory for Pope Donati's reform efforts to clean up the church.
But not an easy victory, I imagine.
No. The author notes it was a titanic battle that could have torn the church apart. It highlights the immense internal struggle against corruption.
But the author, quite rightly, doesn't let us forget the devastating human cost behind all this high-stakes intrigue.
No, absolutely not.
Penelope Radcliffe, the promising young art conservator, murdered simply for her discovery. That initial innocent intellectual curiosity just feels heartbreakingly tragic now.
It really does, just doing her job.
And the security guard, Ottavio Bozzi, who unwittingly helped with the theft.
Also murdered, followed by his brother in prison. It's a brutal lesson in the ruthlessness of these criminal networks. No loose ends.
And in a terrifying final twist, the assassin who shot Penelope and Ottavio also attempts to assassinate the Holy Father.
In St. Peter's Square.
In St. Peter's Square, wounding Gabriel's friend Veronica Marchesi in the process. It's a stark, brutal reminder that in this world, even the innocent get caught in the crossfire. The pursuit of art can lead to unimaginable violence.
And we truly connect this to the bigger picture. The author powerfully shows how deeply intertwined these worlds of high art, finance, and organized crime can be, often far beyond what most people realize. The story highlights the prevalence of inside jobs in major thefts. It's a phenomenon confirmed by experts the author cites, who state that a staggering 90% of all museum thefts have an internal component.
90%, that's incredible.
It really makes you pause and wonder, doesn't it? When you look at masterpieces in museums or consider the vast sums of money exchanging hands in the art market, how many other secrets are hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be uncovered?
And there you have it. Our deep dive into a world where priceless art isn't just a cultural treasure, but a commodity, a weapon, and a cover for corruption. The author has taken us on an incredible, really thrilling journey from those murky Venetian canals to the opulent Vatican corridors, showing us that even the most well-guarded institutions can be vulnerable to an inside job.
And this deep dive leaves us with, I think, a lingering provocative thought. How much do we truly know about the hidden histories or even the hidden crimes that lie beneath the surface of the masterpieces we admire? It's a powerful reminder to always question, perhaps, to always look closer, and to remember that sometimes the most beautiful things can conceal the darkest secrets.
A sobering thought to end on. We really hope you enjoyed this journey into the thrilling world of art, crime, and intrigue. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive. That's it from us today. This is Lisa and Jim signing off from Pod Talk. Hope you all have an informative session. Please like and subscribe for more such sessions. We hope to see you soon with a brand new topic of discussion.